Hey, welcome. Have you ever really stopped to think about your kidneys? They're working tirelessly right now, but what can we do to help support them? Well, today we're going to dig into some source material that points to 5 natural ingredients that might just play a role in kidney health. Let's get right into it. So, before we even get to the ingredients, let's just take a moment to appreciate the incredible workload our kidneys handle. They're absolute powerhouses, working silently in the background. The slide calls them our body's master filter, but what does that really mean when you think about the numbers?
So yeah, how much work are we talking about here? Any guesses on the volume of blood your kidneys are processing day in and day out? The answer? Well, it's pretty mind-blowing.
200 liters. That's right. According to the material we're looking at, your kidneys filter a staggering 200 liters of blood every single day. To put that in perspective, that's way more than a full bathtub of fluid just constantly being cycled through to keep your system clean. It's just an incredible feat of biological engineering, isn't it? And this really gets at their crucial double duty. It's not just about taking out the trash, so to speak. While they're filtering out all those toxins and byproducts, they're also super carefully reabsorbing the good stuff the body needs. Things like amino acids, glucose, potassium. It's this constant, really delicate balancing act. Okay, so how can we help these hard-working organs out? The research we're examining points to a few natural ingredients, and we're going to start with one you probably know well, grapes.
The key player here, the thing that gets all the attention, is a compound called resveratrol. It's described as a natural polyphenol, and the source notes it for its antioxidant and, interestingly, its natural antibiotic properties. You've probably heard about it before in other health discussions.
And here's a really fascinating little detail from the source material. It's not just about the grape itself. The research actually points to the seeds as having the highest concentration of this powerful compound. Who knew? All right, moving on. Next up, the material actually groups together 2 more interesting items, certain fruit juices and brown seaweed. Okay, let's start with the fruit juice. The key component that's highlighted here is a substance called citrate. And according to what's pointed out here, its main job is to help prevent the formation of kidney stones. So how does that work? Well, the process is explained kind of like this. Citrate goes in, and it binds with the calcium in your urine. This simple action actually gets in the way of crystal growth. The very crystals that can clump together and form painful kidney stones. So it's basically trying to stop the problem before it can even start. Now, for brown seaweed and cranberries, the information points to some specific studies. It mentions a 2014 animal study where rats given brown seaweed apparently showed reduced kidney and liver damage. It also highlights a human study that found women who ate dried cranberries every day for 2 weeks had a lower incidence of urinary tract infections. That study on cranberries is the perfect lead-in to our final pair of ingredients. Cranberries themselves, of course, and dates. So let's focus on those cranberries for just a second. The source makes a really clear connection to urinary tract health. And this is a big deal because the urinary tract is so closely linked to the health and function of the entire renal system, which, you guessed it, includes the kidneys. And last but not least, we have dates. The source points out a cool dual action here. The fiber content is noted for helping to dissolve and flush out stones, while the magnesium is mentioned for its role in cleansing the kidneys. So it's like a 2-pronged approach, all from one single ingredient. So there we have it. 5 ingredients highlighted in our source material. But before we wrap up, there's one final and really, really important piece of advice that's emphasized above everything else. This right here is what the source makes its single most important takeaway. Always consult your doctor. And honestly, this is huge. While all the information we've talked about is interesting, any health decision you make has to be in conversation with a qualified medical professional who knows your specific situation. That is the essential message here. And that brings us to the end. It really leaves us with a simple but kind of powerful question, doesn't it? Knowing how incredibly hard your body is working for you, what's just one small, informed choice you can make today to work for it? Thanks so much for joining us.